This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 967. 4 Key Concepts of Injury Prevention You're Missing. Part 1 by Kate Galliett of the Unbreakable and I'm Dr. Neil. Welcome back to another edition of Optimal Health Daily, or welcome for the first time if you're new here. This is the podcast where I act as your very own personal narrator and read to you from some of the most popular health and fitness blogs online. Now, today's post is a bit on the longer side, so I'll read the first half today and then finish it up for you tomorrow. And again, I hope you're staying safe and well amongst all of these coronavirus concerns, but I don't want this to be the coronavirus podcast, so I'm going to continue reading from blogs that really don't talk about that and instead talk about other ways to promote your health and help you feel good. So for now, let's hear part 1 of today's post as we optimize your life. 4 Key Concepts of Injury Prevention You're Missing. Part 1 by Kate Galliett of the Unbreakablebody.com. What does it mean to be unbreakable? Does having an unbreakable body mean you have a rock-solid suit of armor for a body, a la Iron Man? Does it mean having an impenetrable fortress for a body? Does being unbreakable mean that you are impervious to life, gravity, and the 9-to-5 grind on your body? Iron Man is a badass and all, but the answer here is a resounding nope. Let me explain. When we're building a body that is durable, strong, capable of handling modern-day living and whatever workouts and lifestyle play you desire, we're not simply assembling a suit of armor on you. There are 4 concepts that, if you build your suit of armor but neglect these, will eventually come back to haunt you. A suit of armor resists the outside by force. That is only part of the equation when it comes to talking about your body and how it deals with itself. And a suit of armor is just one layer needed for becoming unbreakable. Go deeper than that. Go to your connective tissue. What I'm about to read to you comes from Complementary Therapies in Rehabilitation, Evidence for Efficacy in Therapy, Prevention, and Wellness. Quote, connective tissue is notoriously pliable and become remodeled via many forms of mechanical stress, including overuse, underuse, or simply unusual use, such as repetitive motions. Connective tissue can prompt alterations in the muscles with which it is associated. For instance, shortening of muscle fibers due to immobilization has been shown to be preceded by shortening of the associated connective tissue, which responds more quickly to the lack of movement. End quote. If your connective tissue is still molded in the form of a desk chair to your body, what will happen to your joints when that connective tissue stays glued down as you move and stretch your body? Someone is going to have to pay the piper for that glued down tissue that you're trying to ignore. Paying the piper can manifest as joint pain or aches in your soft tissue. It can also manifest as weak performance in your chosen sport, thanks to the suboptimal length-tension relationship you're operating with in your body. All relationships require attention and care, and this one is no different. The length-tension relationship is the relationship between the length of the fiber and the force that the fiber produces at that length. Too much and too little are not good. You want there to be enough tension to create stability while also giving the ability to generate power through a good range of motion. And you don't want so much tension that the muscle is chronically on and shortened to a degree that the soft tissue hurts and pulls on the joints it is attached to. Remember, you don't live in a vacuum. It's rarely just your Achilles or just your left upper neck that's the issue. You may be sensing discomfort or problems in that area, but that one area is interplaying with several other areas of your body. It is the fixing up of the whole chain that must happen in order to fix the problem area for good. This is good, but let's go deeper still. Go to your brain. Is your brain recruiting the right muscles at the right time in concert with the right other muscles that support and stabilize your movement? If you've developed amnesia in one or more muscles, they're not going to fire well when called upon, if they fire at all. Glutes are notorious for developing this, and Stu McGill has talked extensively on how back pain and glute amnesia are often related to each other. When one muscle has gone rogue on you, you'll always find some other way to muscle through. But that's not always helpful for the long haul. Your brain just wants to provide the function you're requesting of it, even at the expense of your body's long-term mechanics. When the glutes power down, other parts of you will power up. And this is true of any place in your body where the muscle that is meant to do the work forgets how. Perhaps your quadratus lumborum, or QL, will take over for the work of everyone else in your torso. Or it might be your quads that start doing the work for everybody in the lower body. We don't want all of one and none of the other. All of these muscle contractions are important, but it's the organization of the muscular contractions that matters when it comes to having solid foundational strength and mobility. How does your diaphragm coordinate with your TVA and your pelvic floor to stabilize your torso? How does your glute complex sync up with your psoas as you move through a gait cycle? When you are unbreakable, you can ebb, flow, adapt, bend, shift, resist, and maintain amidst all that life has to throw at you. In my opinion, body durability is a key element to having a life well lived. So is an unending supply of sunsets, coffee, and laughter. To do this, that is the body durability part. The sunsets, I think you can figure out how to nab those. You must be able to coordinate your muscles and have it be fairly automatic. You must also be able to stabilize your skeleton in a variety of positions so that any awkward position isn't so much awkward as it is just a different position. So let's return to the question at hand. What is an unbreakable body? To be continued. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled 4 Key Concepts of Injury Prevention You're Missing by Kate Galliett of the Unbreakablebody.com. Dr. Neal here for my commentary. So on a very superficial level, I understood this concept when I was younger, especially when I first started training. But I never really implemented any kind of work to make my lazy, not so active muscles get bigger or stronger. So yeah, I would understand that I would have weak hamstrings and weak glutes, but would really never do anything about it because, you know what? That takes extra time and extra effort to work those muscles, and frankly, that's not that fun. I would hate to work out legs in general, actually. So I would just skip doing legs. Well, just as Kate would have predicted, other parts of my body started to compensate, and I ended up getting little joint pains here and there. I would get muscular tension in places. I actually wouldn't be as strong in my upper body because my legs were weak. My lower back was weak. And so at some point, I started incorporating some leg workouts. I started to fall in love with deadlifting, which I never thought would happen. And I noticed lower back pain started to subside. My other little aches and pains started to go away. I wasn't compensating as much. As my legs grew stronger, my upper body grew stronger too. Everything started to improve. But just working legs isn't the only thing we need to do. Kate mentioned having a foundation of strength and mobility, and that's what we're going to talk about on tomorrow's show. So that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back here tomorrow to finish up this post, so I'll see you there where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this show and Optimal Living Daily, the brother podcast of this one. Literally, I'm Dr. Neal's brother. If you like the format of this show, you'll love Optimal Living Daily too, where I also read to you from blogs, but cover other topics like personal development, finance, and minimalism from bloggers like Derek Sivers, The Minimalists, Zen Habits, and many more. So for more amazing content read to you for free, come subscribe to Optimal Living Daily too, and together we'll optimize your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Health Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.